Thank you, Mr. Rice. We'll begin with a round of questions, and let me begin with you, Mr. Bonney, and I want to start with the Tongass inventory, because I will tell you I'm quite disturbed by the statement in your written testimony. You kind of glossed over it in your oral remarks here this morning, but you make a statement that says that the requirement for inventory would be, quote, contrary to the recommendations of the Tongass Advisory Committee, as well as causing an unnecessary delay. You know, I'm really stunned by that level of a statement. When you look to Forest Service own website, when you talk about the Tongass inventory and the plan amendment, on your website, you say an inventory is needed to address the uncertainties. The plan amendment needs to have credible information to accurately predict the timing and supply of young growth. This can only be obtained by comprehensive stand-level inventory. The statement from the Secretary on your website, again, Secretary emphasizes transition must take place in a way that preserves a viable timber industry that provides jobs and opportunities for residents of Southeast Alaska. We all agree on that. The TAC itself has said, on January 21, the TAC said there's a number of investments that need to be made. The number one priority investment is a forest inventory, because modeling is not good enough for a clear picture of when young growth will come online during the next 15-year period. So for you to say that this is contrary to the recommendations of the TAC just does not comport with what the TAC has said, and said very, very clearly, as well as what you have on your own website. What's up?
So we are carrying out an inventory right now, as you know, in parallel with what the TAC recommended in their final report. The level of the inventory that I think you're talking about is unnecessary for us to arrive at a decision on the plan amendment. What we need is...
Who has decided that that is unnecessary to arrive at the level of a plan recommendation?
So the inventory that we're carrying out now will give us information that will allow us to do stand-level projects and other things. I think we have the information we need right now to do a broad plan-level amendment. What the inventory is helpful in doing is allow us to plan sales.
The inventory has been recognized as necessary to provide for that level of certainty for the plan. Forest Service recognizes it, the TAC recognizes it, so to suggest that we know enough now that we can just move forward with the plan belies the concern from everyone saying we need to understand where we are in the growth stage in terms of the availability. We recognize that an inventory in the Tongass is tough because the Tongass is a tough area. But in order to have a plan that is based in reality, everyone recognizes we need to understand what we're dealing with the trees here. So are you going against the TAC recommendation then?
No, I think we're in line with the TAC recommendation. They asked us, we're very concerned about implementation. They asked us to move forward with the inventory we're doing now. As you know, we're doing it in partnership with the state. And so I think we're very much in keeping with what the TAC has asked.
But what you are suggesting to me here, and your words are, the requirement to inventory, and I'll use your statement here, all 462,000 acres of young growth sites on the Tongass before issuing a record of decision will cause an unnecessary delay, would be contrary to the recommendations of the Tongass Advisory Committee. I will just take you back to the statement from the TAC itself on January 21 that says the number one priority investment is a forest inventory because modeling is not good enough for a clear picture of when young growth will come online during the next 15-year period. So know that the reason that we have included this requirement within this draft legislation is to follow out the intent of the TAC, as well as what Forest Service has been saying all throughout this discussion, that we need to understand what we have in terms of available young growth so that we can make sure to use the Secretary's words, that we preserve a viable timber industry that provides jobs and opportunities for the residents of Southeast. I'm going to turn to Senator Cantwell now.